Beautiful day here. Look, pero mira. Sí. Mira dónde estamos. Look at this. Brings tears to my eyes. So beautiful. So beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Hello. This is how I'm starting my day. Frolicking on the beach. Did a special ceremony for a friend of ours who's been ill, had a bad accident, but she's getting better. So we send lots and lots of love to Alara, and what better place to do it? You agree? Mira. Oh, feels so good. It's beautiful. I thought I would share with you. I thought I would share. Mira esa belleza. Come on. This is Beth. We are live.
Hi.
We came out to share some love and enjoy the beauty and send lots of healing, prosperous vibes to our friends and to one another. So that's what we're doing. Yes?
We love you.
We love Alara. Wish everybody has a wonderful day. Enjoy what you can. Ay, Morena, ¿qué tal? Si eso es tan bella. No, ¿verdad? Georgina. That's what we're doing. Have a great day. Have a great week. Everybody enjoy. I think I need to get back in the water. Ay, pero mira. Woo, I'm gonna get my fill of it before I go. I have to tell you guys, it is bittersweet, even just leaving for a little while, because usually I leave and I come back, and I know, like, I'm coming back on this date, and right now it's not a date certain, so I'm a little choked up about it, definitely. But I've planted some seeds firmly in the ground here. I'm gonna go plant some more at home and cultivate those. This is what evolution. This is what evolution is. This is what it looks like. So I just want to jump in for a quick one this morning and say hello. Ay, pero mira, están poniendo agua. Look at that.
Experiment the sensation.
Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. You know that feels good. A bath. A sacred cleansing bath. So today is August 8th, 8/8. If any of you are into like sort of astral things and numerology, it's Lionsgate portal. I don't know much about it, but evidently it's a very, very fertile time for planting your desires, planting your intentions. The, I guess, universal soil is very fertile now. So we did some of that, like opening our hearts and sharing and, speaking what we desire. So, and I spoke a little bit about darkness. I don't know if you guys can hear me because of the wind. But oftentimes we think it's going to be beautiful and sunny like this always, and that means things are good. But in terms of darkness, darkness has its place too. We hear about our shadow selves, the parts of us that we don't want to expose, the parts of us that we're like, oh no, did I have that thought? Am I, a bad person because I did this thing, or I thought this thought, or I judged somebody, or I was critical, all of that. And obviously those things are to be transmuted into more loving ways of being, into lightness and kindness and all of that. But remember that in darkness is where things grow. When you plant a seed, when you plant your seed of intention, it's in the dark. We don't know what's going to happen, right? We don't know what's coming. When you plant a seed literally in the ground, you love you too from Africa. Hi. When you plant a seed in the ground, you cover it up. It's dark in there. And then magic happens in the darkness, in the uncertainty, in the place where we don't know how it works. And that is what this is. I keep talking about transition and transmutation, going from a place where it's scary, like how will this manifest? How can I realize this? And trusting that when we put it in something that is dark and unknown, and then we have to step back and let it go, right? You gotta trust that what's coming is what we desire. Just like letting other things go. Sometimes in order for something new to grow, you have to let go of the old, right? Let go of what was before to make room for something new to come. That's scary too. It can be scary, right? Whether it's a relationship or a position or a belief, right? You always believe that this is how things work. And now you're like, I don't know if I believe that anymore. I don't know if I want to believe that anymore. I don't know if that belief serves me. I am sharing my heart. I was crying my eyes out. I was just very moved. Like, this is a really powerful experience. And certainly coming to the water is cleansing, and the music we had. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate you guys. You know, the water, the music, people opening their hearts and sharing. It is very moving. And as I said, it can be a little scary at times to not know, to go through darkness to get to something new. And that's what's happening for me anyway. And I'm sure for a lot of these ladies who are out here, probably a lot of you may be wanting to try something new. You may be intending to try a new thing, to let go of something old, although it may have been familiar. It wasn't for you, right? It may have been something that just was not for you. And so to let that go. There's a darkness aspect to that, right? There's the unknown, there's the fear and the uncertainty. But you release it into the void, into the ether, and believe that when you put a good intention out there, that your intention can grow. And today in particular is an excellent day to do that. So if you have something you're wanting to bring about, you're wanting to manifest, you're wanting to bring about in your life, you're wanting to develop, you want to create something new and wonderful, today is an excellent day to do that. You can write it down, you can just speak it out loud, you can pray about it, you can go to a place where there's nature like this, you can sit on your patio, you can sit in your car with the window down. It doesn't have to be anything special. You can sit up in your bed and just close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and just breathe and think about what it is that you want, right? Think about those beautiful intentions, and do not be afraid of the darkness inside of yourself, the darkness that exists when we release things into the unknown, the darkness that exists when we let go of people and situations and experiences in our lives that don't serve us anymore, that aren't for us. It doesn't mean they're bad people or experiences. Sometimes things that have been the most difficult have also been the most instructive, right? Some of the lessons we learn come up from some of the hardest experiences. So it's not about banishing with a hardness. It's about releasing with gentleness and saying thank you, right? If someone hurt you, you can say, you know what, maybe you learned to love yourself better, more. Maybe you learned to give compassion because that person is experiencing some pain. And so you release them with love. You say, you know what, thank you for letting me realize that now's the time for me to have compassion. Now's the time for me to have love for you and for me. And then you let them go. Let them go. Yeah. Yes, John, exactly. On the other side of it is where a lot of beauty resides. But a lot of people, a lot of us, myself included at times, are too afraid to let go. You're too invested in what has been. But you got to open it up. Let the wind blow through. Let the wind blow through you. In order for the new thing to come in, clear out the space. Clear out the space. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Plus, it's just incredibly beautiful. I mean, come on. How could I not? So I'm leaving in just a few days, and I'm getting as much time in. I'm doing a lot of self-care, massages, and some beach time with friends. Probably a few dinners with friends, things like that. And just gonna enjoy it. And then I'll be back. I might be back in a few weeks, and you guys will be like, Kelly, all that for just a few weeks? It could be. Or it could be a month or two. I don't know. We're gonna see. But that's part of the transformation, the transition. So I'll tell you this, I was out here in the water earlier. You see that part right there that's kind of dark? It's like a little sand bank. It's maybe 6 or so inches higher than the rest, and it's got like seagrass on it, and I was just sitting there. Oh, and it was so lovely. Let's go out. go out. And I saw little fish swimming around. So I'm about waist deep, you see? About waist deep now. Let's just get in. Oof. This is my kind of transformation, I have to tell. I have to say, my kind of transition. If this is what transition feels like, bring it on. And I believe, and I offer you to believe, the transition doesn't have to be hard and painful and sad and the things that we're afraid of. It doesn't have to be that. It can be beautiful, right? It's what we decide. I choose to have it be a lovely experience. Look at this lovely lady walking on the beach. Do you see her? Wait a second, where is she? Look at that lady with her white hair and her beautiful, beautiful brown skin. Hola. And her bathing suit. Hola. Oh, you guys. Honestly, this does... Whew, it chokes me up. It chokes me up. There's so much beauty here. And I feel so at home. And I just feel like this is home. I do. I feel a freedom here. I feel a peace. I feel joy. I feel connection. And so, yeah, I've grown something here. I've grown something. And when I set out, when I left, thank you. Keep rising. Yes. When I left home, when I left California 3.5 years ago, you know, some people thought I was crazy and what are you doing? You're taking your son, you don't know anybody, and it's going to be dangerous and all this kind of stuff. And what are you going to do? And what if this? And what if you don't have money? And what if, you know, all these things? And I just believed. I believed, well, yeah, it's possible. What if? It's amazing. What if I have, you know, the time of my life? And I have. And so now, you know, it's like I fulfilled my dream. I remember I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to be held to, you know, some promise I made. But I knew in my heart, I thought 3 to 5 years. If I can do 3 to 5 years, I will have really sunk into the culture. I will have gotten to meet some people. I would have made some friends, like some real friends. And I will have had a really true experience. And that's exactly what's happened. It's been 3.5. And I know you know, as I said, I've planted firmly some seeds here. Some are going to keep growing. Some I know about, some I'm sure will be. No, you know, I feel like media Dominicana. I'm not actually Dominican, but I feel like I have family here. And I'll touch on that in a minute. But I definitely feel like, you know, I grew something here. You know, I grew a dream. I grew a life. I learned so much about myself. I did this YouTube thing, whatever this even is, I don't know. What's the purpose of this? Maybe it's just to share with you guys. Maybe it's to make some people feel good. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know, to document something for my life, for my son. I'm not Dominican that I know of, but I will tell you this. I'm American. I'm African American. I'm a black girl from Cali. That's who I am. But I honestly feel like I'm outgrowing all those labels. And I will tell you this, there's a history in Samaná, which is the province, this area that we're in now, that Las Arenas is in, and Las Galeras, and, you know, Sanchez, all that. I actually don't know if Sanchez is part of Samaná. But anyway, there were several ships back in 1824, I believe, that left Philadelphia with freed and or escaped slaves, people who had been enslaved previously. And they were on some ships, and they sailed to this part of the Dominican Republic. And at the time, the country was under Haitian rule. Jean-Paul Boyer was the president of Haiti, and he was friendly with Frederick Douglass, who also spoke here. And so Jean-Paul Boyer of Haiti invited Frederick Douglass to come, and, you know, said that he would make a place for these African American people to come and have land and set up. And so they did in Samaná. And so there were a lot of English people. Well, some of the English has faded away because, of course, that was generations ago. But Black American people, oui, je parle français aussi. Yes, I speak French. Je parle français, mais c'est pas, it's rusty. C'est pas tant fort que mon espagnol parce que je parle la plupart espagnol ici. Okay, so I speak some French too. I don't speak Creole. Sac passé, naboulé. That's the best I can do in Creole. So the Samaná history is that there's Black American blood here. And beyond that, You know, those of you, if you know about the Middle Passage and enslaved people coming on boats to this part of the world, to the diaspora, which means just the places in the world where there are people of African ancestry, the Caribbean is huge. It's just a matter of different ports. You know what, we're 2 hours from Miami. How many hundreds of miles is that? Not very far. So of course I'm Dominican, and I'm Cuban, and I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm American. I'm everything. You can't put me in a box. I'm everything. I'm a beloved child of the Most High God. What box does that check? That's who I am. So yeah, this is my home. These people are my people. You know? Dominican, Haitian, all of them. The tribe of Judah, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than a box you check on some application or something. Like, who can tell me who I am? You know, I know who I feel like I am. And I feel like a beautiful, beloved child of God. I do. And I do feel connected to these people here. I do feel connected to this land. And there's something, you know, when you leave a place and you feel choked up, like you don't want to go, there's something. That's like you have a relationship with somebody and you leave them and you feel like, oh, I don't want to leave. That lets you know there's something powerful there. So, daughter of Zion, all of that. I love all of that stuff. You know, I mean, who can say? You know, I mean, if you want to get into the history, there are Africans leaving from the coasts of Africa hundreds of years before that whole slave thing happened. Look at the kingdom of Mali. Look at Mansa Musa, the emperor of Mali, who had so much gold, it was just paving the streets, literally. He's given it away. Took a caravan to Egypt and just, you know, was handing out gold, right? They were people who took boats long ago. Anyway, hey Sherry, I saw your WhatsApp message pop up on my screen a second ago. So anyway, I'm just having my little farewell moments. I'll be back, but it's different this time, you guys. I mean, I've gone back and forth to the US and to Europe and all kinds of places since I've been here. Cuba, Shaka Zulu too, why not? I hear you, Mambo King, everybody, right? And throwing all them Zulus, everybody. It's true though. You look up your history. You don't believe me? Read about it, you guys. Read about it. And so I was saying though, this time is different because I'm leaving now with a different purpose. I have a different agenda, and that is one, to go support my son. You know, I have a job to do, ladies and gentlemen. I have a very important job to do. I'm raising a young man. And a large part I'm doing it by myself. And that chokes me up too. And so I have to give him what he needs. You know, and I think he had a great experience here. But he feels connected at home. And he wants to be with his people, you know, his friends and his family there. He's with his grandparents now. And that makes him feel rooted. And it's important when you are young and developing to feel those roots and to feel secure. And I need him to feel that because I need him to do well, you know, physically, emotionally, psychologically, academically. I need him to do well and to feel strong and to feel supported. And he and I can come back and forth, you know. He will look back, I'm quite sure. Raise your hand if you agree with me. He will look back in years to come and be like, wow, what an amazing life experience I had, you know. And he will forever, si Dios quiere, have a home here, right? I'm setting up a life for us. I'm creating lifestyles. I'm not going backward. I am going forward, but this is forward. I'm setting up, a way of living. And so, you're going to be the father figure? Well, we'll see. He has men in his life, but his father is not prominent. And I don't comment on that because that's someone else's decision, that's someone else's choice, and someone else is going to have to live with those consequences, whatever they may be. So I know I'm doing my job and a half. I'm putting in all the percents. 100, 200, whatever it is. I'm doing the best I can do. And I'm doing the best I can do to make sure I'm happy and healthy so that I can offer that. If my cup is running under, if my cup runneth under, what can I pour? I need my cup to runneth over. And so I will be coming back here. This nourishes me. This nourishes my soul. This touches parts of me that, honestly, I've had parts of me healed since I've been here. You know, parts where I felt really sad, parts where I was really afraid of, can I do this? Do I have it in me? Am I good enough? Am I strong enough? You know, am I too old? All those things, all those fears came up, you guys. Someone asked how old I am. I'm still nervous to say it because I feel like, I'm old. You know, I don't feel old. I'm 55. Yes, I'm 55. That's how old I am. And I think the world has put conditioning on us, especially as women, right? That, oh, well, God, you know, you might as well hang it up, you know? Falling forward, I love that, yeah. Who put, see there, 55 now, I'm like, oh my God, it's out. I don't lie about my age, but I don't really reveal it because I feel like there's so much that comes with that. People put so much meaning on what the number is and what does that mean? What does it mean if you're 55? What does it mean if you're 25? What does it actually mean? Can you look it up? Can you look that up in the dictionary or someplace and tell me what is the meaning of 70? What is the meaning of 12? Right? We can say we've had certain experiences, but this is 55 to me. This is what I'm doing at 55. And I will be 56 in October, so there. 10/10. 65 is my birthday. But I feel like there's so much more to me than what a calendar says. That honestly, I feel like that's highly irrelevant in a lot of ways, which is also why I didn't discuss it, because I feel like I don't want to be in the box. People are going to go, oh, she's old. I understand that some viewers will feel like, well, they can't relate because, you know, if you have like a 20-year-old viewer, let's say, they may want to hear about things that 20-year-olds are doing, going to clubs and whatever, and that's fine. But this is my experience, and so I'm sharing where I am. Sherry's 10/20, yay! So Sherry, your birthday last year was 10/20/2020, and last year mine was 10/10/2020, which is kind of cool. So yeah, guys, you know, it's just, this is the life I'm living, and trust me, for a while, you know, I'm talking about some years ago, I felt like, oh no, like when I was 35 or whatever, oh, I should have had a house by now, I should have had a husband and 2.5 kids and all that crap they tell you, and the dog, and I didn't. I could have. I had opportunities to get married, and I remember the first guy who really, really wanted to get married to me, I was terrified. I was like, oh hell no, and I ran fast in the other direction. And he was a great guy, but I was 26, I think. And, you know, let me tell you something, 50s, exactly. I did a quick thing yesterday, I think it was the day before, and someone said, well, what's the youngest guy that's hit on you? And I'm like, I don't even really know, but I think he's probably 25, or like really young. First of all, they don't know how old I am. I think most people probably think I'm in my 40s. These young boys are happy to be with an older woman, and maybe not just anyone, but certainly myself. Absolutely. But I'm not just looking for sex. Sex is very easy to come by here. I've talked about that. I ain't going down. See, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of negative, funky, then everything goes downhill. You can excuse yourself from my channel with that kind of vibe. Whoever you were who just said that, you can see your way out. But yeah, sex is easy. If you want to have sex, I mean, that's just, you want to, yeah, and then you go off and do it. But love is different. Like intimacy, and I don't mean even physical intimacy. I mean like sharing, like really who you are, letting someone see you for who you are, being willing to let someone else be who they are and not judge them and not kick them to the curb because they make the first mistake or the second mistake because they don't have the perfect this or that. Shared your age. Thank you. Yeah, I find that nobody seems to be tripping off of mental stimulation, absolutely. And yeah, it's like knowing what you want, being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable with your body, being comfortable with your likes and dislikes, knowing that you're not going to take certain kind of shit, you know. And trust me, there's some beautiful Dominican women here. If you guys have been here, you know, right? The men are beautiful, the women are really beautiful. And so it could be easier for me to be like, oh my God, I used to have a body like that. I mean, my body's pretty damn good, I will say, because I take care of it, but I'm not 25, and so my body doesn't look like a 25-year-old's body. I've had a child, you know what I'm saying? I've been through all that, although, see what I'm saying? I'm holding my own. There you go. I took a shot. Boop, 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 boop. I still got it going on. But even with that, there are times I'm like, well, damn, I might not be able to, you know, twerk or pop it like it's hot or, you know, whatever, drop it like it's hot, any of that kind of stuff. But that's not my lane anymore. I did that. I was in the club. I used to be a party girl, and I had a good time. I spent 23 to 26 in LA, worked at a record company. It was fabulous. Hung with the celebrity, you know, all that stuff. I did that. And so I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's very appealing to me. I think it's very appealing to other people. And I'm talking about just friends and stuff now. Go, Sherry! Exactly. And so I don't need to be anything else than who I am, you guys. So, you know, I keep talking about transition, and maybe some people are like, move on to something else. Show us, you know, whatever, what's happening in the country. Well, this is what's happening in the country, in my world. So that's what it is. And it's a big, big deal for me because I've really, I can't go into it much now. I will share much more later, but I've just recently taken a big step here, a big step. And I'm super excited about it. It made me a little nervous for quite a while because, you know, like I said, I'm planting some seeds. And then it's like the shift. Okay, now you're going to go back and plant something else there. And I'm like, what is happening? You know, so when I went to Las Galeras in Rincon a couple weeks ago by myself, I did it on purpose. There's some men down there I met, and they were like, and I say men, not like flirty. I mean, you know, guys are always flirting. But I mean, I just was, you know, the guys who were doing stuff on the beach for excursions, whatever, they're men usually. So I talked to them. There really weren't any women around, so I was talking to men. And they were like, "Tu andas sola, pero tu andas sola." Like, you're alone? What are you doing alone? They were shocked. Like, what? Pero una mujer tan bella como tú anda sola. You know, a beautiful woman is alone. Like, it was, and I'm like, I'm fine. You know, it's not a problem and all this stuff. But I went to be quiet and to just get in touch with God. That's really, I felt like I had some questions. What the hell is going on, God? I feel this movement under my feet. And, in the thick of it, Sherry girl, yes, you know what I mean? The water's beautiful, I know. I was going through it and I didn't know like what direction I was going in. If I talk too much about it, I'll cry. But I was scared. I was really scared. And I felt like I should be doing better as a mother. Like, how do I not know it's July and I don't know where my son's going to school in August? And are we going to live here? Are we going to live there? Are we going to, like, what is happening? Like, God, I need you to talk to me. And so I went away by myself on purpose to have a few days of complete and utter quiet. Well, I cheated because I did a video, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I really needed to just be quiet. I'm here. And then one night I had come back and I went to Santo Domingo because I thought, well, maybe, you know, I thought about a school there and maybe going to live here. And like, trust me, I got to the capital and I was like, oh my God, I do not want to live in this crazy ass, busy, noisy, dirty city with 4 million people. I'm like, that's not what this is. But I was in a hotel by myself again. And one night I was just like, I had it out with God. I was like, you have to tell me. You have to tell me. Like, what is it? I can't keep not knowing. It's making me crazy. It's making me fucking nuts. And the next morning, I swear to you guys, the next morning, I got some messages, and there it was, and I knew. And I had a friend who was coming from Punta Cana to support me, and he was going to help me look for apartments, and, you know, and he's Dominican, and he was like, I will go with you so that you're not getting... I did have my come to Jesus moment with Jesus. I certainly did, girl. I let him know, like, this shit ain't cool no more. You need to tell me what's up. Because the date on the calendar says X and Y. I'm supposed to know. And I had this man who came and he was going to help me look for apartments. And I'd already sent him, like, some information, like, call about this and call about that. And meanwhile, I was dreading it. And anyway, and then I called him and I was like, I'm not going to do it. And he had come, like, 2 hours from Punta Cana to help me do this. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So instead we had lunch, you know, and he was cool about it, and so I'm supported. Same man, by the way, is planning on driving from Punta Cana to Las Terrenas to see me before I go. That's 4 hours, you guys. He invited me to go sailing, and I was like, dude, I'm not driving 4 hours one way and 4 hours in the other direction to go sailing. No, sir. Thank you, though. So, you know, and I don't even hardly know this person. Right? But, and, you know, of course I was a little suspicious, like, why is he doing all this? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to receive and just allow him to be helpful and nice. you know? And sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it's people we don't even really expect will show up. It could be just like someone who smiles at you in the grocery store when you're having a bad day, you know? Good-looking people always have, well, there is a pretty privilege. I agree with that. There's a beauty privilege. And I do exercise it because it's God-given. But there's also a kindness privilege. You don't have to be beautiful. You can just be kind. You can be just, you know. Hey, everybody. So anyway, you guys, I'm in it. I'm in the thick of it. I feel like, I've said this before, I feel like I'm in a birth canal. You know, and at first I was like, you know, I mean, I guess like any woman who's been pregnant out there, you know, or a man, if you've had a woman in your life who's had a child or been around any of that, you know that it starts, there's movement. The baby starts kind of bumping and kicking and like getting in a position to be born. And I felt like that was happening in my life. Like I felt like things were just getting unsettled and like, what's happening? And then it like started, like I guess contractions. And I felt like the movement coming, like the going different places and you know what I mean? It's like, so now I feel clearly like I'm in this canal, like this tight squeeze transition phase. I have been up to my eyeballs in packing my house up. Oh my God, you know, and I thought I don't have that much stuff, but yeah, you do. I have lots. You know, you accumulate things as humans. We just get, you know, whether it's just whatever. And so it's all been such a huge transition. It's been difficult. And as I said on another video, I didn't want to talk about this because it was not comfortable and it wasn't pretty and it wasn't like, oh, look at the beach and today it was like, shit, are you kidding me? Fuck this. I am not feeling good about it. But then I was like, but you know what though? But that is part of it. So anyway, I had planned to just hop on for a hot second and I started talking. And also this water got good to me. Woo, look at that, so clear. So that's what I'm doing, that's what's happening. I'm gonna go now because I do have a friend who's coming over to my house to help me finish up these last few things I'm packing. I'm down to the minutia, you know, all the toiletries and little bitty stuff and one or two drawers left I have to unpack. I'm just gonna dump some stuff in boxes. And I have a dear friend who's allowing me to store some things at her house and might go have a meal. I don't know. Ta-da! So I am showing off. Look, all those hours in the gym. You better believe it. Drop my phone. That's what happens to show offs. Gotta be like, all right, stop showing off. Okay. I gotta stop because I'm gonna go underwater and I don't want to lose my phone. Anyway, you guys. Love you, Sherry. Hope to see you guys soon. Tell Elvis I said hi. The rest of you guys, lots of love. If you're going through it, listen, keep going, right? Trust. Remember, 8/8, today's a special day. Cover the body up. Heck no, brother. Heck no. Just for that. There you go, again. It's a special day, right? If you have some intentions, if you want something, think about it today. Speak it out loud. Speak it out as though it's happened. Give thanks. Do gratitude. All of that, right? That's how I got to this place, you guys. That's how I got to this place. And I'm doing more too. All right, I'm gonna go. Get up out of this water. Go back to the beach. Woo! Peace. Peace from paradise. Watch me whip, watch me nay nay. More to come, y'all. Have a great day. Bye. Peace out.